But when they launched, the UK was in the middle of lockdown, a challenging time for many businesses, but not for this startup.
When Omaze arrived in the UK in 2020, absolutely no one had heard of them.
And our homes were becoming more important to us than ever.
Suddenly this space was having to become multifunctional. We've never used our houses the same way since.
When Omaze arrived in the UK from America, they were an unheard of charity prize draw company dreamt up by two ambitious young businessmen.
Two young entrepreneurial founders, Matt Paulson and Ryan Cummins. Matt and Ryan found each other at Stanford University and found a common goal, which is, of course, making money, but doing so in a really breakthrough way. She's focused on sport, she's done presenting, voiceover work. So this is a lady with a big old CV. Her presenting style is certainly part of the magic, and it's also quite distinctive. It's calm, it's reassuring, but it kind of really does build up this tension. It really builds up the excitement, and you're really hooked. And I think she's done that so cleverly and well.
The answer? The more you spend, the greater the chance of winning.
It's important to understand that you are buying tickets for a prize draw. We have to buy a minimum of 15 tickets. That's a £10 spend. That's 66 pence per ticket. The biggest bundle you can buy as a one-off is £150. It's going to get you 320 entries at 46 pence per entry. So you can see that the cost's lowering down. You're incentivised to go in with a bigger bundle each time.
For the most dedicated players, Omaze offer monthly subscriptions that automatically enter you in every draw, and the inducements for subscribing are even greater.
You can subscribe for £50 a month. That's the top one. You're going to get 640 entries, and I mean, it's less than kind of 8p an entry. So it's a massive difference compared to a one-off payment. Matt and Ryan had their light bulb moment at a charity auction. And they see this auction prize. Magic Johnson, who's a basketball player, big celebrities, and you can bid on an auction prize to shoot hoops for them. The bidding for this prize was $15,000 in the end, which of course was completely out of the league for so many people in the room.
The high cost of entry gave them their big idea.
If you could almost democratise this, if you could make it something that everyone wanted, and through a raffle mechanic actually allow people to enter it because it was a very low-cost entry point, that would change the dynamics massively, and that's exactly what they did.
And their first ever charity draw offered a prize somewhat less impressive than a country mansion.
So in 2012, their first ever prize was to be a guest judge on Cupcake Wars, which is basically Imagine Bake Off.
We can wrap our head around making a cupcake. So being able to watch people who have mastered this art form do what they do in competition is pretty exhilarating.
Sadly, cupcakes did not prove to have quite the same appeal.
They spent 6 months organising a competition to be the guest judge on Cupcake Wars, and it took $780. We're talking wine tasting with Jennifer Lawrence, the famous actress, and indeed an Aston Martin ride with, of course, James Bond. Who else? Daniel Craig.
But the James Bond-themed experience came with a crucial difference. The winner kept the car.
That was really the formula for success. It raised $1.9 million and put them on a very different trajectory.
The experience taught Omaze something very valuable about what people really want.
Success came from Omaze by actually focusing on luxurious giveaway items. A car, a holiday, a house, that's a very different entity.
But how do Omaze find these dream homes?
Omaze must make sure they've got the best dream team when it comes to acquiring these properties. They have to look exceptional. The postcode has to be right. So they actually employ buying agents.
And these buying agents search the length and breadth of the country to find the perfect prize properties. Coming up, within just 2 years, Omaze's fortunes explode.
You can see the growth with £12 million worth of houses, and that donates £3 million back to UK charities.
And the prizes get bigger, better and sunnier. As the company grew, so did the frequency of the prize draws. In 2020, Omaze gave away just one luxury house.
It's 4 houses in 2021, so you can see the growth with £12 million worth of houses, and that donates £3 million back to UK charities.
And the volume of advertising grew too. Coming up, could a dream become a nightmare as this multi-million-pound prize home faces a challenging time?
This is a property potentially at risk. There's been flooding in the property, flooding reported the years before.
And is a luxury home always the perfect £1 million prize, it seems? So many winners decided to sell their prizes. But instead of running away from this issue, the company embraced it.
The realisation that the running costs were prohibitive was a real change for Omaze, and they actually started offering an additional cash prize alongside the house prize.
Plus, a life-changing £250,000 just to help you settle in.
They even make it clear in adverts like this one, if you want to, you can sell up.
Soon, you could be living mortgage-free in this beautiful Devon property. Or you could rent out. Or perhaps sell up and walk away a multi-millionaire.
As any home buyer knows, hidden problems can turn a house move into a nightmare. And as one Omaze winner found out in 2021, not even multi-million-pound prize houses are immune.
Omaze offered this sumptuous house in Chipping Norton in the Cotswolds.
But the new owners were given some unwelcome news.
Imagine your joy as a new homeowner. The neighbour comes round with the not great news that actually you're in a valley that's susceptible to flooding.
So, Omaze moved quickly to address the story.
Omaze were quite clear. There had been flooding, but it was exceptionally high levels of rain, and it was a block drainage, which was easily resolvable. They did that, and actually they showed that it was a very livable house.
The winner was faced with a choice.
The choice was to sell, and they got 2.1 million. Now, of course, that isn't the 2.5 million advertised value of the house, but at the same time, 2.1 million, it's not a bad day in the office.
They'd given away more than 30 luxury houses with a combined value of over £100 million.
And charities in the UK have benefited by £70 million.
What's more, the guaranteed minimum donation had skyrocketed from £100,000 to £1 million. To keep bowling us over with their luxury houses, Omaze have to exceed the expectations they've already set.
The more we see these prizes of big, glamorous houses, big cash prizes, our expectations escalate.
Will us Brits feel the chances of winning are falling?
The more popular it gets, the more people enter, then I guess the chances to win start to diminish.